but the cheat code, okay? And even for me, start to really feel good and confident in the skin that I'm in. I would say they're probably mostly out of my body at 5 weeks, but I don't know from a scientific standpoint, like how long it takes for it to fully be out of your body. And y'all can be brutally honest, okay? And I'm like, go away. I think that some of the inflammation is probably coming back with my body.
Junior want to not be on my I can't really see what did I miss ex-strippers.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Kesha. Today we're gonna go over why I think that this right now in November, even though it's getting cold, holiday season, all of those things, why this is the time of year that you need to start your GLP-1 journey. If you have not started yet, or any weight loss and fitness journey, this is from my personal experience. And I'm also gonna get into some answers for a few questions that you guys have been asking me. Hey y'all, so let's get into it. So if you're new here, hey, come here. What's up? What's going on? My name is Kesha. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Welcome back, keeper. Welcome back, friend. My name is Kesha. I am a girl who has been sharing her GLP-1 journey for the last, Lord, I keep losing track, since April, basically, of 2024. And I am a lifestyle vlogger, as well as a mom, a content creator, and a person who works in New York, but lives close to Philly, like all the things. I got a lot going on, okay? But I've basically been sharing and using my YouTube channel as a video diary to share my experience of how I've been feeling, what's been going on throughout my whole entire weight loss journey on a GLP-1. I've been on tirzepatide / Mounjaro / Zepbound. Okay, if you know, you know. If you don't know, go back and watch the other videos. I wanted to do this video because I'm looking at the time of year and it is November. So obviously this is evergreen content. So if you're watching this and it could be March or something like that, you know, obviously take it with a grain of salt. But I wanted to do this because I think so often GLP-1 related and also just weight loss life in general, we look at the new year as like, oh, I'm going to start fresh and it's going to be the new year. And, you know, January comes, holiday season's over. I'm going to kick all my bad habits, start again, blah, 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 start. Like, it's just always this big start mindset. And I get it. And in some cases, whether it be weight loss, like gym goals, career, like so many different things, I'm just like, yeah, I get the new year, new me mindset. But the cheat code, okay? And even for me, looking back at my own weight loss journeys in the past, like years, like even when I lost weight after having my children, and even now with being on a GLP-1, and if you don't know, I have stopped for the last month, and I'm really hoping to get back on it, hopefully in the next few weeks. I will obviously keep you guys posted, but I want to have an appointment with my PCP soon. So actually that appointment is next week. So that will probably be the next update. But I really love starting a fitness, weight loss, any of that kind of journey now, because once you get into the new year, it's almost just like the jump start that you need to stay consistent. And in the past, after having children, after I had my son, after I had my daughter, I gained 50 pounds, child, okay, with both pregnancies. So I'm no stranger to the weight loss journey. Right now, you know, we have the help of a GLP-1 to help battle diabetes and obesity. But before going to the gym, changing my eating habits, all of those things was able to work for me. Definitely didn't have any hormonal imbalances that were keeping me from losing weight. So I've lost almost all the 50 pounds twice with both my kids. And when I had my daughter, when I started losing weight rapidly, I started in November. I remember starting before the holiday season. I remember getting into the gym consistently. I remember it being cold. I remember it being empty. I remember all of these things that literally just were such a good trajectory, if I can say it, trajectory, that's how you say it, for losing weight, that once January came, your girl was running, and I don't mean like physically running, I mean running in the sense of like I was on my way to just that consistency, on my way to my goals, starting to see little small, whether it be scale victories or non-scale victories that really just like set me up for success. When I had the biggest weight loss transformation outside of this one, and I'll get into that too, with being on a GLP-1, it was when I started in November. So it helped me to make better decisions during a holiday season. It helps me, like I said, to already be familiar with the gym, to get into that rhythm of the gym and all of those things when it came to starting in November and December. That January, when the floods come, okay, the floodgates open up and everybody and their mom and their cousin start going to the gym, you already feel like you have a good foundation to where you're not either intimidated or you don't feel like you're going to get lost in the sauce or whatever the case is. So from then until about April, I lost a good bit of weight, and I can maybe try to find and insert my before and after pictures of where I was before I started to then where I was after. That was when I talked to you guys about how I say I was like the lowest that I had ever been. And it was, honestly, I attribute so much of that to starting before the new year. By the time April came, I looked and felt so amazing that it just made like that spring and summer feel like the best spring and summer that I had ever experienced, because I was already there. I think sometimes when you start in January, you're at more of a risk of the start stop. Maybe you start in January and then you fall off in February, and then March comes around and the weather starts to kind of change a little bit and you're like, oh snap, like let me get my life together, because I don't want to spend another summer being overweight or being fat or being whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm not trying to make anyone feel a ways, but I was a thickums too, okay? And I know the feeling of not feeling your best or feeling like you don't want to, wear a spaghetti strap top or wear a bathing suit or wear shorts because you don't feel comfortable in your body. But starting in this time of year was, like I said, the best thing that I could have done for myself then. And now getting into the GLP-1 journey is funny, because now that I've been off for a month and kind of want to start back up again to finish this process of you losing the rest of the weight that I would like to lose and being the good and best, healthiest version of myself that I can be, I'm like, I need to get back ASAP. Okay. It is November 18th. So Thanksgiving is in a little over a week or so. And when it comes to Thanksgiving, when it comes to Christmas and just this holiday season, it helps so much with any weight loss journey. But now I'm going to shift to talking about it with GLP-1, because it will help to make those better decisions when it comes to what you're going to eat during the holidays, how much you're going to eat during the holidays, and not having the crutch or feeling like you have all of that food noise that we tend to, I think, in my opinion, tend to turn to more during this time of year, because it's colder. Okay, it's cuffing season, as the kids call it. And you're just more susceptible to making bad decisions, being honest. And let me know in the comments if you've been there. And it's almost like you put on more weight, obviously thinking about it from like a hibernation standpoint, because it's cold, you're eating more, you're inside, you're probably less active than you were in the summertime. And you could pack on an extra 5, 10, even 15 or more pounds in these next 2 months than starting in January. And you're like starting already from a negative 15 or negative 10 pound, goal from what you had previously already had, if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. But, like I said, just thinking about it, and I really wanted to share that because I know I get a lot of questions from people. If you're new to my channel, or if you're new to just hearing about GLP-1 in general, you might be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to get started. I've shared many videos in the past and I'll link them below, but I use a company called Fridays. They have been amazing when it comes to starting my process and answering all the questions, to getting unlimited doctor's visits as far as like telehealth appointments, to getting the medication delivered to your doorstep if you choose to go the compounded tirzepatide or semaglutide route, or getting the help with basically getting name brand medication if you have coverage with insurance. Oh, and sidebar, I also want to get into some questions to kind of answer for you guys that I've been getting in the comments, but one of them is, what insurance do I have? And I have Aetna. So I do work full time, and I, through my job, have Aetna, and Fridays has helped with fighting for my prior authorization in order to get coverage from my insurance company. So that is something else that they do too. But I'll drop the link here so that you can, check it out if you are thinking about going on this journey. And like I said, also I'll put in the previous videos below that go into a little bit more detail about Fridays, the company that I use, the telehealth company. And if you have any other questions, obviously drop them in the comments below. But that is what I wanted to get into for this first part. So I definitely encourage you, if you're thinking about it. Like I said, I get new people who watch these videos every single day, and they're like, how do I get started? I don't know if I should get started. And, should I wait? Should I not wait? Even if you're not thinking about a GLP-1, this is the time of year to make those better and healthier decisions. I promise, like, your summer 2025 self will thank you for it. Okay. Okay. So now for my people who may not be new here and you've been watching my videos, let's get into a couple pieces of tea and some answers to some questions that I keep getting. So in the comments, okay, like I said, I try to, for the most part, respond to, I would say, 80% of the comments that I get on these videos. But for the most part, I see almost all of them. And after the last few videos of me posting and sharing with you guys that I have taken a break from using a GLP-1 because I had the scare, and I'll insert that video here of where, I wasn't sure if it was my thyroid or whatever the case was, of like feeling like I had trouble swallowing. Still don't know what it is. I have not been to the doctor yet. My appointment is actually next week. Okay. It is 1 week away. So I'm so excited to go to her. I don't know if I'll get any answers then, but just to go and finally, which is, really embarrassing, have, a PCP, a primary care physician in my area. No excuses. It's been years, but as a pushing almost 40-year-old woman, it is not okay. Okay. And that is me yelling at myself. And if any of you guys are in the same boat, now I'm yelling at you too. Okay. You want to know what else was not okay? The fact, and this is not even like a plug. Like, I have this here because I was going to mention it, but we might as well segue into it. It was also not okay that I was not taking any kind of like daily supplement or vitamin. I was not. I relied on 2 or 3 cups of coffee to get my energy. I did tell you guys about the Kiala greens over the last few months that I've been taking, and that has helped tremendously. But not having any kind of like 1 a day vitamin, like I said, as a 40-year-old woman is a disgrace. So I've been obsessed with these. I've been putting everybody on. I've had so many of you guys already order them and use the code that I provided, which is so amazing that they gave my followers a code. So definitely take advantage. On your first order, you get 20% off, which is a big deal. And these vitamins are already priced pretty fairly and definitely pretty low in comparison. But I've been taking the once a days. I feel amazing. These are Black Girl vitamins. And they also have D3 in it, but they also have a D3 vitamin on its own if you want to take that separately. And I've also been taking the iron gummies, even though I know that these can, especially being on a GLP-1, cause a little bit more constipation. I've been taking them about every other day, so I'm not taking them every single day, which I think has been helping. But these as well, 10 out of 10, like to these vitamins. And I also have another pack coming in the mail, which is the beauty pack, and I'm excited. Probably by the next time you see me, I will have my natural hair out, my natural hair done, and I want to go on this journey of just like beautification, and maybe I'll take y'all on the journey with me. And as I get closer to 40, I'm only 37, but child, I'm rounding up. Okay, I'll be 38 in June. And as I get closer to 40, I'm just like, I really want to better my appearance, start to really feel good and confident in the skin that I'm in. I do feel like I have pretty good skin, and I'm thankful for that, but I do want to start to implement more skincare. But all of that starts from the inside out. Same thing, hair, nails, skin, like all of that. I'm going to start to take hair, skin, and nail vitamins. It all starts from the inside. So that is why I'm about to get started on this beauty pack that they have, and just really start to elevate into the almost 40-year-old woman that I know that I want to be, that I feel and see on the inside and like have visions of her, but I'm like, I'm not portraying her on the outside. Okay, I went on a tangent. Okay, and y'all know I have ADD. So anyway, but yeah, so answering your questions, that is what I had to literally pause this, look and see what I was talking about to go back to it. I love y'all for loving me and how I hop around. So the questions that I get, one of the questions that I keep getting is, why I stopped. So again, I will insert that video so you can kind of see, but it scared me. And even though now that it's been about a month of stopping, and I haven't really in the last week really felt that sensation anymore, but doing my research, kind of like seeing how I'm feeling, not feeling, I don't really think that it's my thyroid. I think that I was probably just like scared because I saw some of the other things that, that I guess are side effects of GLP-1, or a really, really minimal chance that it could be a side effect of that. And it freaked me out. So I was like, I'm stopping ASAP. And also the healthcare provider that I spoke with when I had my telehealth appointment, she encouraged me to stop until we figure out what's going on. So I hope that answers that question, because a lot of people are like, well, why did you stop? Why did you stop? So that is in that video, but I do plan on going back on. Something else that I wanted to talk about, and I'm trying to say this in a way that's not like, I'm not trying to be shady or say it in a mean way, but I have gotten a lot of questions of, well, why don't you just, diet and exercise? Or why are you using this as a crutch? And it's not supposed to be the only thing. And, I even had somebody, I don't think it was on the last video, but on a video that's like, I'm trying to use you or follow you for health tips, and you're talking about how bad you're eating. Pause. I am just a girl. Okay, I tell y'all and have told y'all from the beginning, this is almost like my video diary. So me sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, and trying to give you guys tips when I have tips, but I am not perfect, and definitely do not ever want to come across that way. I don't ever want it to be a thing where it's like, well, I'm following her and, she ate X, Y, and Z this day, so maybe I'll eat it. And that's like, I'm sharing my journey. I also vlog. I'm a lifestyle vlogger, but this whole series and this time with you guys has been amazing. But it's almost just, like I said, like a video diary. So if you feel like I am not the one for you to watch because, maybe I'm not giving you enough tips or whatever the case is, then I love you the same. But I just want y'all to know that I am imperfect, and I have been on this journey, up and down weight loss journey for my whole life. And it's funny because I'm like, I guess it's hereditary. Like, I feel like I see some of the same traits in my mom, God rest her soul, and always remembering her being up and down with her weight and trying new workout regimens and being on Slim Fast back in the 90s. I remember eating her Slim Fast bars because I was like, they're kind of good. But just all the things. So I'm just like, I am not perfect, but I do strive and would love to live a healthier lifestyle. GLP-1 and not, like, in general, I've always kind of had a love for the healthier things and working out. But I also, right now in this season, am living a very busy life, a crazy life. I've had so much change happen in the last 3 or 4 years that I'm just like, I know that there's something there in me that is keeping me from like just going all out like I have in the past. And then part of that is like, I'm like, maybe I need to, get back into therapy, which is also a goal of mine. But I really am the kind of person that's either all or nothing. So when it comes to different things like the gym, as you guys have seen, I've had a love-hate relationship with going to the gym consistently, but y'all haven't seen the side of me that's like, when I'm locked in, I am locked in, and I am like shouting it from the rooftops, like, let's go work out, let's do this, let's pump some. Like, I am that girl when I'm locked in, but when I'm not locked in, I am not her. So I'm kind of like straddling the fence and battling with that right now. And before this year is over, my goal is to get on some, even if it's 2 or 3 times a week, I will take that. Some type of workout regimen that I can figure out with my crazy schedule, getting into the gym and doing that consistently, especially if I start back on a GLP-1, because I'm like, I really want to work on toning more. And yeah, so I hope that helps, because I'm just like, I've seen that comment a few times, or that question a few times. It's just like, why are you not sharing the best tips, or you should be doing better? I am just a girl and I am imperfect, and I hope that y'all give me some grace for that. But I appreciate y'all for loving me on my journey and being here regardless. Okay, and then the last thing that I think I have to talk about is just continuing to tell you guys how I am doing and how I'm feeling, being now 5 weeks. Has it been 5 weeks? That's so crazy. I guess last week was a month, so this is 5 weeks off of my GLP-1. I feel pretty good still. I feel less food noise than I did a year ago, let's say that, or before starting this journey. I think at 5 weeks, I don't know if all of the, the GLP-1 effects are fully out of my body. I would say they're probably mostly out of my body at 5 weeks, but I don't know from a scientific standpoint, like how long it takes for it to fully be out of your body. But I feel pretty good. I definitely do not feel as much food noise as I did in the past before being on tirzepatide and Zepbound. But I do still have, I feel like I do have more of an appetite. I am able to, eat more than I did on it, because as we know, being on a GLP-1, it is so hard sometimes to eat even half of what you used to eat. So I'm like kind of getting back to that. It's trying to make, better decisions here and there, but getting those cravings of like, I want something sweet, or, it's late at night and I'm feeling hungry. So I'm like, going to get a snack. Even though last night I did pretty good. I had like a pomegranate when I got hungry. So that's not bad at all. But just in general, like before, I wouldn't have had the appetite or desire for any of it. So I am starting to feel those things. And one more thing, I know last week I told you guys that I gained 5 pounds, but I also didn't know that my period had came on right after I recorded that video, and I got on the scale like halfway through my period, and it was really 4 pounds. So I'm gonna give a pound of that to the period bloat and say that I've gained 4 pounds since being off my GLP-1. And whether it be 4 or 5 pounds, I still don't even want to creep anywhere back up to 200 where I was before. I would love to, like I said, get to 185, see how I look and feel. I already know when I got down to 194, outside of toning, I was like, I could do this. Like I felt like I looked good and looked kind of like closer to what I felt like I was when I was normal, or before the GLP-1, when I was like a size 8 doing all the things. So, and one other thing that I've noticed outside of just the number on the scale, and y'all can be brutally honest, okay? I'm gonna take it. But when I was 194, and was that the lowest I got, or was it 193? I think it was 193, I can't remember now. 193, 194, and I was like, I'll insert the picture. I had on like a gray sweatshirt, black pants, and that was one of the days that I felt that whole sensation in my throat with the swallowing thing. And I was like, oh my God, like I feel so skinny this day, blah, blah. But one of the things now, being off of GLP-1 about 5 weeks now, that I am seeing and feeling is like that kind of what they call cortisol face, like that bloating and all of that kind of stuff in my face again. And I'm like, go away, go away. And even when I had got down to the smallest, I still have this like whole extra double chin thing. Part of me thinks that some of that is weight related, but the other part of me thinks that that's also just from like our culture now and how we live attached to our phones and screens, and just I know that that's not good for our posture and neck and stuff. So I think that that has attributed to that some, but also just in general, I think that some of the inflammation is probably coming back with my body, and that water weight for sure. And I'm starting to see, like, I feel like my face getting puffy, quote unquote, or like I said, getting that weight back in my face. And I'm just like, please go away. So that is one of the other things that I'm noticing. And if you have started, stopped, or if you're on a maintenance dose, let me know if you have seen that change too in your body, and if I'm not the only one. And like I said, next week I will know a lot more. I'm excited to tell you guys more about that. I also would love for you guys, I know some of you do, but continue to ask me questions in the comments, because that helps me to like formulate these videos and see and know what to talk about with you guys next. And I know I said I wanted to do more like, healthy tips, or maybe healthy eating, like what I eat in the day type of thing. But let's save that for a day when I'm doing good. and I'll bring that to you. I also have another part 2 coming up of the trip with my kids to Great Wolf Lodge. I am still a lifestyle vlogger. This channel is still going to be just about my life in general, so it's not all strictly GLP-1. It's always been a lifestyle channel of just following me and my crazy hectic schedule in life, and me and my kids had such an amazing trip. So if you didn't see that video, definitely make sure you go back and watch it and show your girl some love, because I was low-key depressed when I saw that I did not get that much love on that video, but it's okay. I was happy. I feel like I did a good job editing it, and I have it out there for, you know, anyone to watch whenever you're ready to take a little mini trip away to a Great Wolf Lodge near you. So that is it, and that's all. It's almost a holiday season, so if you don't come back to my video next week, have an amazing Thanksgiving. Make good decisions, okay? Try to do the best that you can, and give yourself some grace. And like I said, if you're new here and you have not started a GLP-1 journey, definitely consider starting now, because I would encourage you to do it before the new year, or any kind of weight loss journey, do it before the new year. So that's a personal tip from me. But I love y'all and thank y'all for watching, and hope y'all have an amazing whatever day and time it is you're watching this. Peace out, peace out.